starting. Put that down.
My name is Allison Richard, and I am the Artistic Director for this production. As many of you know, the work that you will be seeing today is completely devised by the youth who are participating in it, which means that it was completely created by them. So it's a wonderful, fun project that they're super excited about, and I hope that you're excited too. This unique and thoughtful form of social justice theater was directed by Amy Hunter and Jennifer Words, and I'm so grateful that they were able to bring their talents to great. Are you guys, where are you guys? Yeah, that's good. So in addition to our wonderful directors, I also want to thank our certified medical mental health professional, Lisa Bershon, who's here as well, for guiding our youth through the beginning stages of this project and also providing all of us with the information and materials that were shared with you today in our lobby. And finally, we want to thank our sponsor, the Women's Fund of Central Minnesota, for making this entire project possible. Just so you guys are aware as well, today's performance will be followed by a short Q&A. And with that being said, we want to thank you so much for continuing to support Great Theater and our mission to bring the arts to the community and transforming lives through the power of the arts. And we're grateful that you're here today, that you shared your children and your youth with us, and that they're able to create art in this space. So we're so grateful for that. And without further ado, I present Great Theater's Youth Mental Health Project, Back on Track.
Drama queen, overdramatic, black-hearted. You're doing this for attention.
Stop pretending, loser.
You're so emotional.
You're worthless. Baker.
Looks like she derailed. We'll help you.
You're so strong, and we'll all be okay.
We're here to support you.
You deserve help.
Things will get better.
You're loved. We'll help you get back on track.
So we went to your school today, and we found out that there's a musical going on, Matilda.
What your mother said.
Yeah, I don't like plays, let alone auditioning. But I think it would be really good for you, and you're so talented.
And it will be a way for you to make friends.
And get out of the basement.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Well, we already signed you up, and it starts tomorrow.
You did what? Oh, you don't understand what I'm going through!
Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Shaw. I will be directing this year's adaptation of Matilda. As you saw online, we are going to be doing a dance step, and then I'll have you read some lines, and then you'll sing for us. Just try your best. Let's start with reading. You first.
Okay. I'm Brenda, and I'm trying out for Lavender. Okay. Hello, I'm Lavender, by the way, Matilda's best friend.
Very good.
I'm Angela. I'll be trying out for Matilda. Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world.
All right.
I'm Charles, and I'll be auditioning for Bruce. Okay, look, alright, I stole the cake.
Okay, I think that concludes our reading, so let's go on to some singing. You next. Whenever you're ready. Oh, okay. What happened there?
I'll go check if she's okay.
bad social anxiety. Okay, to calm me down, do you want to practice a song with me? Sure. What song? Obviously my favorite. Twinkle, twinkle. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. That was so amazing.
You have a great voice.
Thanks.
You know, it would really be great if you could come by and retry your audition. You know, we still have a few spots open if you'd like to take one of them.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Why not?
I have really bad social anxiety and I have a hard time being around others.
I mean, that's really common to hear. In fact, when I started, I got really bad anxiety too, but there's a lot of techniques that you can use to help calm you down.
Really?
Yeah. Some of them have breathing techniques, you know, power poses. People like to journal in their free time. You have your friend here. Pretty.
Once we actually get into the show, we'll do a lot of ensemble building. Hopefully have a very supportive cast. And to be honest, once you get on stage, you can't really see people through the lights. So, you want to audition again?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness, honey, I heard you singing through the door and you were so good. I cannot believe you walked out on your audition. Mom, get out! It's just because I love you.
For allowed in here.
Yeah, we should check the locks.
Don't we have security? They don't care what happens to you. You're worthless to them.
You made them hate you.
Hey, Lemon. Whoa, Lemon.
Oh, hi.
Hey, you good?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
Alright, well, it's no use asking this point, but you kind of show up to the party tonight?
No.
Busy.
Doing what? Homework.
Look, you can't keep doing this. The last time I saw the person that I became friends with was 2 months ago.
Still here.
No, not still here. It just sucks to see you fade away like this. You're named after a fruit, anyway.
Hey, sweetie, what's up?
Oh, nothing.
I saw Chelsea's mom at the store today. Chelsea said you're acting all weird and sad. What's up?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
You know you can socialize with kids at your school.
Mom, I have friends.
Friends that you still talk to? Whatever. Come out of your room if you need anything.
Where are you going?
Outside.
You've arrived at your destination. Get it? Because you're outside.
Yep.
Anyway, what's going on?
Nothing.
Are you sure you haven't told me anything?
Yep.
Well, I'm supposed to protect you.
You're doing a really good job at that.
I'm supposed to be good at that.
I really can't keep doing this. Hurting the people I care about.
I have to get out if there is a way.
Lemon here. Lemon.
Hi. Oh, hi. What do you want?
Well, it's been a while since I talked to you. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
I miss one twinkle thing.
Hey, I noticed you haven't been yourself and you've been staying home a lot. I just wondered if you would talk to me.
Well, I don't know if you would understand or even just want to be my friend anymore.
What if I'm different? If you can't trust anyone else, you can try to trust me.
Well, I was just really happy for a very long time, but then it just stopped. My anxiety and depression built up, and then I started to do really bad in school and avoided everyone and everything.
Okay. You need to know that you're not the only person who's felt that way. A lot of people feel like that, but there's a lot of ways to get out.
Really?
Yeah, I can even help you if you want. There's a lot of professionals and other people to talk to if you're feeling like that.
Thank you so much. I really needed to hear that.
Most people never know that when they're at their low, the kinds of things that pop into their heads will stop and slow. If they just need some time to find their way and climb, to get out of the suffering no one could ever show. Even though they are smart, all hope begins to part. It will get through to complete an imperfect work of art. It's almost never new, the kind of thoughts that glue a message in their head together, guilty from the start. It couldn't be a game, ideas start to tame. Everything that comes to them brings nothing with but shame. But then they wonder how, looking back on them now, the things that all those people said could really be that lame. You always wonder why they go to bed and cry and wake up in the morning knowing their life is a lie. The memories they throw and everywhere they go factor in the equation of whether they live or die. There's people being mean, there's trauma in a teen. It makes the problem worse, they are afraid of being seen. Not knowing what it's for, they open up the door. The solution brings it all from a nightmare to a dream.
What people think causes depression, weakness, laziness, and an inability to suck it up. What actually causes depression?
Trauma, abuse, neglect.
Bullying, chemical imbalance.
Grief and loss, excess stress.
Being the carer at the expense of their own well-being.
Genetic factors, lack of fulfillment, and lifestyle factors.
Body image issues, perfectionism.
Lack of social support and low self-esteem.
Depression is a very complicated illness, and there's no simple solution that just allows someone to snap out of it. So if you or someone that you know is having suicidal ideations or thoughts, text 741-741 or call 988.
Meet Lorelai. Come on a trip with us as Lorelai discovers she is beautiful the way she is. Lorelai walks past the bullies hoping they wouldn't see her, but then she accidentally bumps into Janice.
Oh my god, you big whale.
Lorelai sadly walks to her locker and looks into the mirror where she can still hear the bullies behind her.
No wonder she ran into you. Look at the caboose on that girl.
She'll probably break the chairs in science.
She'll be on a one-way ticket to the floor.
Lorelai walked to her next class with tears running down her face. Then the school day was over. Then she walked home, still upset.
How was school?
Horrible.
Was it those bullies again?
Yeah, I was thinking I should get a dietary coach.
We can get you one. And you'll have to wait a little bit so I can make an appointment to talk with a coach.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
The dietary coach comes the next day to meet with the family.
Hi, are you Lorelai?
Yeah.
The dietary coach forced her on a strict diet and crazy workout schedule. Okay, let's switch up the tracks a little bit. Okay, that's better.
Howdy, I'm Dave. I'm assuming you're Laura?
Yeah.
Okay. How can I help you?
I feel like this will really help me and put a pep in my step.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. You're beautiful the way you are, but if this is what you want, I'll be by your side the whole way, and we can make some healthy goals. We can have some fun.
Okay, that would really help.
Lorelai continues meeting with the dietary coach, and Lorelai meets her goal in a few months. She cannot control of what the bullies have to say, but the things she cares about is loving herself and her body. Meanwhile, back at school,
Wow. What happened to her?
who knows? There is nothing more beautiful than self-confidence and loving yourself.
Man up. It's so ingrained in our dialogue that you might hear it every day.
Oh, ow. Can I get a Band-Aid?
Oh, man up. Even though you might not realize it. You know, usually I don't have a problem with it, but when you're feeling like garbage, hearing
Oh man.
can only stand to make things worse.
Quit being a Are you gonna let him say that to you?
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to say back?
How about say nothing? Get physical. Fight back. Come on, be a man.
I'm not angry though, I think I'm just sad.
Sad? You're not supposed to feel sad, kid. Try to be a man. If you want to make it into this world, try to be like, I don't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's a real man right there. That's what you gotta want to be.
Well, first of all, Arnold Schwarzenegger hasn't been relevant since the last Terminator movie. But have you considered maybe I want to, feel, maybe get a...
Therapist? Are you out of your mind?
Why can't you let me feel sad?
Sometimes you might start to internalize it. Maybe it feels like you're the antagonist in your own story. Maybe you feel guilty as a powerful man for having feelings or being sad.
Welcome to tonight's show of Manly Feud. It's really the best we could come up with. Okay, well, on tonight's show, we're gonna see what our favorite guy Nate is allowed to be. Alright, first question. What is our guy Nate allowed to feel?
Great! A full range of emotions.
Wrong.
Boo!
Boo indeed. It looks like you get to be happy because you get to abuse women in your workplace.
Come on, but I don't even have a job.
Wrong again! We're gonna treat you like you're 40 because teenage boys only exist to play sports and look at women's shoulders. Alright, next question. What is our guy Nate allowed to wear?
Great! Whatever he wants, the same as a woman.
Wrong again! Get off the stage. The poll says you're allowed to wear suits and jeans.
Yeah, now, hold on. Aren't you supposed to be fighting for gender equality?
Yes, but enforcing gender roles is my number one.
Yeah!
Alright, final question. Why shouldn't Nate be allowed to talk about his mental health?
Great! I should be able to.
Wrong! Looks like Nate is ending this round with 0 points. And the answer is, because I have it worse than you. Thank you! Come again!
A sob story about being a white man in America is not what anybody needs right now, and I understand that. But destigmatizing mental health means destigmatizing all mental health. Not just yours or your friends. Everyone's mental health matters equally. Having a real conversation is the first avenue that you've got to rip the roadblock off of. So, next time your male friend is telling you about his daily struggles, think for a moment before you say,
Man up!
Why do I keep searching for everything I don't need? Convince myself just last way and wonder why I bleed. Conflict with my psyche has always seemed better than fighting, and everything I need seems a lot less exciting. Past the point of present tense and hoping for something new. Past the point of wanting death and also needing you. Don't know how things got to this stage, but now it's time to turn a page. At least that's what I would have said if I wasn't living inside my own head. I don't have a lot of stake in my life, wanting to wash away, but somehow also wanting to thrive. Why do I give so much of myself to expect nothing else in return? Why do I wanna live till I'm 80 but be ready to watch the world burn?
Wow, you're so fat.
What?
Fat? I didn't think we were skinny, but fat? That's a little harsh, don't you think, eating disorder?
It's ED. Don't call me by my full name and shut up. Okay, let me think. I'm thinking no food for a month, right?
We made Chick promise dude and then we wouldn't do that.
I don't care. We will not be known as fat, do you hear me?
But
Chicks. Ed.
no happiness. People already think we're fat. You don't want them thinking we're faking it too.
They think we're fat? She called us fat. Ed, how could you? That was your one job, not to mess up our looks.
Hey, that wasn't very cool of you, okay? She's been having a rough go at eating lately, and the last thing she needs is you calling her fat.
Wow, maybe you should be more manly.
What did we do to you?
Wow, it's so sensitive. Maybe that's when a month much?
Oh, yeah. What? That's not a month much. We're a man. She doesn't think we're manly enough.
Maybe we should have been there for her, bro. You know, she's been having a rough time lately.
No. What we need to do is be more manly. Be a man! Now be a man, or I'm gonna kick you out.
Can't kick us out, bro. We're emotions.
Watch me, bro.
I wanna cry, bro.
Go ahead, cry. Before manager, we had and that was the worst. So cry. Let it out, bro. It's the most manly thing you could do.
No! What we need to do is be a man. Now be more manly! Ah! Hey, dude.
What?
Hey, dude. Take a breath. I just want to make sure you're good. You look like you were gonna punch a wall and cry.
Well, dude, don't cry.
You are going to apologize to Dude and to Chick.
Wow, you're more manly than dude.
That's enough. I don't want to hear another word come out of your mouth. You hear this. Pick a gender already. You were born a girl. You will always be a girl.
What? Whew.
Maybe she's right, bro. Maybe we'll always be a girl.
What? No. See, we're them. We're theming right now. Them.
Yeah, okay. I'm just fuming right now. Like, just because we were a girl does not mean we will always be a girl, right?
Right.
Right, that's crazy talk, right? She broke anxiety, she's gonna pay!
Why are you guys being such horrible and mean people? We have done nothing to you. And them is a them. Them will always be a them. There's only enough room for one chick around here.
And Dude is perfectly manly. And if he wants to feel emotions, then he can. Because feeling feelings is the scariest thing a person can do. And Dude is strong and brave. He is all that.
And Chick is perfect and beautiful in all of her ways. If you can't accept that, then you must be body shaming healthy weight people in your free time.
Well,
Let's go.
I'm jealous. She's perfect in every way. She's amazing friends. She doesn't eat to feel, and my parents aren't exactly the greatest.
Look, just because you're having a rough go at it doesn't make it okay to take it out on other people.
There are healthier ways to deal with your problems, like talking to a therapist, calling the crisis hotline 988, or texting 741-741.
Or you could talk to a trusted adult or ask a friend if they'd be good to listen to what's been going on.
What you're doing is unhealthy, and it can affect not only the lives of the people you're taking it out on, but their families and even yourself.
You're on the road to self-harm.
I'm not emo. I don't cut. I'm not suicidal.
You don't have to just cut to self-harm. You can bite your lips, take burning hot showers, and do seriously dangerous activities.
What makes it self-harm is doing it with the intent of hurting yourself, even if you're not suicidal.
So you're beautiful and perfect.
And getting help does not make you weak. You didn't ask for this.
All that matters is that you feel happy in your own skin.
Getting help is hard, but you can do it.
Thanks for getting me back on the right track.
Just be happy.
Wow, that fixed everything.
You're okay, right? You're not gonna do anything, are you?
No, I'm not gonna do anything.
You're not gonna do anything stupid, are you?
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. A lot of people have it way worse than you do.
Are you thinking of killing yourself?
It's important that you ask the question directly. No beating around the bush. No Minnesota nice. Just ask.
Mental health.
It's different for everyone.
and it can change from day to day.
It can be silent or open. But there are ways to get help.
And you should ask for help.
But most importantly,
know that you are not alone.
You can have setbacks.
Or you can completely derail.
But there's always a way back.
A light at the end of the tunnel. The destination isn't going anywhere.
So just know that you will always find your way
Back on track.
a sophomore at Albany High School.
I'm Amanda. I am a junior at Tech High School.
I'm Hannah Rivard, and I am a junior at Sartell.
I'm Elliot Hammer. I'm a junior at Sartell High School.
I'm Keely Kraft, and I'm a freshman at Sartell High School.
I'm Sarah, and I'm a freshman at Sartell High School.
I'm Roman, and I'm a junior at Tech High School.
I'm Ava, and I'm a senior at Paula High School.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm an 8th grader at Sartell Middle School.
And they've been working on this for less than 3 weeks. So there's information in your program about kind of the process that they went through. We started with some gatekeeper training, which is basically an overview of what some of the mental health themes were that we wanted to talk about. We brainstormed pages and pages and pages of topics that were important to them as students and to the community, and then let them kind of unleash their creativity on what they wanted to write. And they had so much creativity that Amy and I got to just work with them on reining it in, because we had probably enough content for 3 days worth of shows. But bringing it together was really the easy/hard part of it. So what we want to do is open it up to questions for all of you. If there are things you want to know about the process or about how this came about, we would love to have you.
Or why they got involved with this, or what they got out of it.
Is it harder to work with kids from other high schools and middle schools, or is it easier when you're just working with your own high school or middle school?
Yeah, because how many of you knew each other? So 3 of you are from Sartell, right?
A few.
Four, okay. Yeah, so some of you knew each other, but some of you didn't, right? A lot of you didn't.
Yeah. Well, like, sometimes I like to work with other schools, but yet sometimes I also like to work with my school, but sometimes some people from my school is like bad. And yeah,
None of that was reflected in any of the scenarios, I'm sure.
yeah, and plus I already knew 2 people here, so.
Yeah.
They've all been involved in some sort of great theater camps or plays before, so they had that in common, and they've all are involved in some sort of theater in their schools.
Yeah, Elliot.
I think it's like nice working with people that you already know, because ideas kind of gel easier, but it's also, I think, more important to work with people that you don't know going into it, because you get new ideas, you get new perspectives, and when you're doing something like mental health, as many perspectives as you can get, it all matters.
Part of the devising process was when we had the brainstorming is we had them think about things that were important to them, and then kind of put sticky notes around on the different topics, and then people were able to go, oh, okay, this person, I don't know this person, but we have a common interest, so let's kind of build off each other's ideas, and they were able to work together. And this ensemble, if you would have seen them half an hour before you all got here, you would not know that they didn't know each other 3 years ago. Crazy singing in the bathroom, and wild, yeah, there are pictures that I don't even want to see, but anyway. Yeah.
Nothing risque.
No, not like that, but yeah, it's you know, there's a line between adults and kids, but yeah,
Okay, other things. Yeah.
I just want to make a comment. If high school or junior high or whatever is as derogatory as it seems, I think this would be an excellent thing to take to those schools and show them that there are good kids out there who may not step up, but these guys did, and I think it's wonderful.
And do a world tour.
We're willing.
Yeah, the
need
message
to
needs to get there.
I want to take it to other schools, and I want to make it more seen, because I feel most of our mental health problems start in high school and junior high.
Junior high, yeah.
I think some of the parents should see this too.
Yes.
Including the school staff.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I have heard there's a lot of stuff that's just kind of swept under.
Yeah, a lot of it. And some staff,
To make sure their school is the best.
yeah, and some staff say they get it, but they act like they don't.
Well, that, and I think, kids are gonna be more receptive hearing it from,
This point of view.
you know, their own age group, and kids that have maybe been through it themselves or know somebody who have. I think
This way is
it would be
different
very
because
receptive.
it's not a lecture. It's not
Yeah.
telling you all of these things. It's I'm showing you what it can do, and here's how you can fix the problem.
Right.
And there's humor, and there's lots of it.
There's lots of humor, yeah. And we want it, that's the powerful thing with theater too, is we want to model some ways to help, to be a helper, some ways to give resources instead of just giving a lecture or giving a presentation. A lot of people have motivational speakers and they're great and everybody's really excited for the first day, and then the next day they're like, I don't remember what they said, I just remember it was fun. Okay, that's great, but yeah.
Thank you, John Tesh.
Do you, individually or in your groups, you know, your friend groups, do you find it easier to talk about mental health now that you've been through this? Or kind of, how has it affected your ability to communicate with your families and friends?
Yeah, no. Well, I don't belong to a certain clique or anything, because I am theater, and then I am jock, and then I am math, and then I'm speech, and then I am just an introvert.
So within the groups you are in, is it easier to?
No.
No.
It's
Okay.
Well,
Well, it's kind of new for them too.
Sure. Well, that's what I mean.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
school year for them.
Right, and we're hoping that they're kind of ambassadors for this because they've got the language and the background. Yeah.
I think it's good to like do something like this. You kind of start opening up on your own, and then, you know, once you get back to friends and stuff, once you put those emotions on paper, it's a lot less tough to kind of open up emotionally. I think theater is a great outlet for all that stuff.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, I don't think I would have thought I'd ever get this comfortable with a group of random strangers as I am.
Yeah.
Ditto.
I want to second the thought about taking this to your schools or other schools, and including upper elementary. I feel like fifth graders set the tone a lot in certain situations. And
Yeah.
my fourth graders going through some of this
Yeah.
stuff too, you know. So I think that's really important to start.
Yeah.
I think you did a really good job of addressing hard things in a way that would reach across a lot of generations. And then my second thought is for all the adults in this room who care about this stuff, who we vote for school boards really matters in terms of supporting funding for emotional health for kids. So keep that in mind. Like, look at who supports talking about emotions in schools.
Yeah, along with that, with the elementary schools, I think we should include every grade, because I have seen this one video on YouTube where this motivational speaker literally just straight up asks the elementary schools if you heard one of your other students or peers say that they're really thinking of killing themselves. And then mostly every single one of them did.
Wow.
And these involved kindergartners through 5th grade. So a lot of these things can come from a very young age, and yet it should not just be 2 particular grades. I believe it should be all grades.
And if we bring it in at a younger age, it won't be so hard to talk about at our age or even your age. It'll be easier because we've broken it in and they can start to understand it.
Yeah.
And younger kids have more questions.
Yeah.
And they start.
Yeah.
You know, they can.
And that was a huge part of our first conversation, was destigmatizing, right? We all have mental health. Everyone has mental health, everyone has physical health. And so we talked about that just just making that part of our conversation rather than making it something other. You know, something other people have. We all of us have health. We all have mental health. We all have physical health. And once people own that language, then it's easier for everyone.
Along with Sarah said, I know a few people in my life, especially my mom, does not like to talk about mental health. Like they're adult ages and yet she's 51. So
Well, she's gonna
she
be
still
mad at
can't-
you.
She still can't learn how to express her emotions, even though we gave her now a few things, and hopefully she will.
Feelings are hard to talk about.
And we came from.
You're just a kid.
I thought you were 21.
Oh. Talk about it, wasn't you? Thank you, you're my favorite. And another thing is, if you want to reach, as many people as you want to reach, you could also think about videotaping it, and they could show it in homeroom and essays and. Oh, not videotaping, sorry.
That's for those age flags too.
Yeah, good. So, we're talking a lot about how you guys have gotten more comfortable with opening up about talking about your mental health and how hard that's been, but how many of you in the past have reached out to a teacher, principal, counselor, therapist, parent, friend, and said, I need help, and been shot down?
I don't think many of us go to teachers and school counselors. I personally feel like teachers and school counselors, as they mean well, they don't do as well as they mean.
I went to my counseling office once at like 1 in the afternoon, like a good time. You think they'd be at school, and I walk in, they're like, actually the counselors aren't here right now, so you're gonna need to go back to class. As I'm having like crying, I'm like, we have 4 of them.
Same, we also in the middle school, and here I am sitting in the office hyperventilating, and the counselors are all on lunch. All of them. So maybe I can just sit in the room with you while you shake your salad and eat it aggressively, so somebody can listen to what's happening.
So where's the point where the adults actually start responding to the cries for help? You guys are already giving them.
And there are
That's
lots of
the
different
harder
models
part.
for that. Like Mental Health First Aid is a model that really asks to empower all adults. That you don't have to be a counselor to be a listening. And you all said that too, right? Do you just need someone to listen? Do you just want someone to ask, are you okay? And sometimes that's just step one, right? And you don't have to be a therapist to do the first line of response.
It's also
You
really
may
hard
need a
to
therapist later.
open up to someone when they're comparing all of their small problems to the one problem you have.
You know there are people starving in other parts of the world.
Exactly. It's like, oh, thanks. Yeah, that
You need to call your parents.
Yep, that cured me. Thank you.
The scenario they did, that how to ask, was actually based on something that we had done in Painesville schools in 2019. First time we did a mental health project. But the kinds of things people literally hear, right? Like kind of that, don't tell me, like you're okay, right? Like it's not so
It's like a
bad. You know, I'm sorry you're depressed, but my dog died, and you're like, okay.
Well, and the big part of that is that people don't have the tools that they need, so that's part of the education process, is to get them the tools that they need.
Or the resources, because what if you do say to me, actually, no, I'm having a horrible day and I don't feel like I want to be here anymore. Now what? Right? And we don't have the tools or the resources. You don't have to fix it, but what do we do with that information?
Help people get
right?
to the resources.
But then when people feel like they're not being seen, not being heard, then that's
Maybe counselors that have the time to just counsel. Maybe
But
get
even-
their
but
counselors
anyone-
and they're doing,
Everything
they have
else.
to do class changes and they have to just have them be counseled.
Okay, that's one of my soapboxes. I'm just gonna stay off of
In the beginning of this, Jen had brought up that this isn't something you would say to someone who is physically hurt.
Correct.
If I break my leg, are you going to tell me to get up and walk on it?
Yes.
Man up.
Yeah.
Get up.
I did. I told her to.
Made me play basketball on it. You did too, Mom.
3 days. You didn't break your leg.
Okay.
No, you did.
Wait,
No,
wait,
Mom,
I'm calling
you
out-
did.
Hold on. We're not gonna keep on this conversation.
Step on a
Stop
needle.
Something over here has a coat.
So how did this come about?
Oh, excellent question. So we actually, my Painesville friends should wave over here. The principal at Painesville and the counselor from Painesville High School here. When we had a social justice theater project in 2019 funded by Prairie Care Child and Family Fund. And we did a project like this, and actually we did take it on the road. We were at the at a educator conference with that production. We were down at Shout Out Loud Suicide Prevention in the Twin Cities, and we were at a community festival for so that was the first time we've done that. Amy and I have done a couple other projects like that, and then we had some contacts with Great, and they, Allison, I think you reached out to us, right? Yeah, and wrote the grant and brought us in to do it with a broader group of students. So we were able to do it. Every time we do a project like this, it's completely different because it's written by, that scenario, that one that I just referenced was one that we had written with Painesville, so we actually had brought that over, but all the other scenarios were devised by these
How did the kids find out about it from all of these different areas?
Email.
Ellie's
Yeah.
mom.
Ellie's
mom.
Allison have been involved in Great Theater before, so they have sort of a pipeline to that.
Yeah, and we just finished a wonderful summer camps and intensives. So if you were at my intensive, we just pitched it. We just, these youth are incredibly important to what keeps Great going and what is the heart of Great. And offering them these opportunities to be able to express themselves through the arts is a number one goal for us here. As you all say, we have all these feelings, we have all these emotions, we have all these things. A big thing is, where do we put them? How do we place them in a positive way? Put them in a black box. Give them really good support system, some music, some dancing, and let them be. I can speak from experience that so much of my life has been influenced by being allowed to be in a dance studio by myself for just a few moments a day. Being allowed to walk into a room and be myself and express myself and become someone else. And so these opportunities are available through our Great and are only available through the donations and the grants and the people who come to our shows. So much of that is funded to be able to allow these kids to get up here and do what they're doing today. So just throwing that out there. Should I go see this show? Yes. Yes, you should. And these options, these projects are only able to continue through that funding that we were able to get through the Women's Fund and through the funding of other things we were able to do. So it is a community, and it is community push and presence, and they are the next community people. So yeah. With that being said, that actually is our time on the Q&A. I also want to throw out that not only did they do this in 3 weeks, but as grown-ups, you know what that first week of school is like. So they also came in and did that during this first week of school. So I can't commend them enough. Every time a sign-up would come through, I would call Kendra and be like, oh my gosh, guess who's coming? I just get so excited and so invested in them and their future and the future of Great, and so grateful that you guys continue this and that you guys were able to bring this here. And I think you're right, it needs to be everywhere, but we need you and your help to do that. So.
And money.
They